Today on Beyond.
If I had one last day with my brother, I would spend every second with him and hugging and holding.
Her brother fell in love with the wrong woman, and it cost him his life. Now his sister is desperate to know why. And first she lost her daughter, then she lost her husband.
And we were at the reception and together, and he left to get a pack of cigarettes. And he never came back.
Can James give her the answers she needs to keep going? The answers coming up today on Beyond. Using his extraordinary psychic ability to communicate with spirits, he's transformed lives by unlocking mysteries and sharing secrets from the other side. James Van Praagh, best-selling author, renowned medium, and your connection to the world beyond.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, you can sit. Thank you for standing. That's so sweet of you. I want to welcome you all here today, and all you at home, I want to welcome you too, because without you, we couldn't do this, and I hope this all helps you all. So I'd like to start here because I have a father here, and I'm not sure if I'm over here or not, who died as an alcoholic. I want to come to you, please. There's a father figure here who passed away as an alcoholic, and he wants to come through and tell you thank you, first of all, because you were one of the only ones who stood by him, and the rest of the family threw him away.
Well, not that bad, but...
Well, they ignored him, or they didn't take care of him like you did, okay?
Yeah, I took care of him.
And I don't know why, but there's an older brother he must have had, or an older male figure with him.
He was an only...
Was he adopted?
He had 5 sisters. No, he's the
Okay.
only brother.
Okay. This is interesting. I don't know who in the family had a dream about it or a fantasy about it, or it was him, about being a baseball player.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that him?
Absolutely, yeah, him.
Okay,
And
just validation that it's him.
my brother also.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. This is amazing.
Yeah. I understand that. He wants me to tell you he has his hands around your shoulder and touching your neck right now.
Oh.
He's right behind you. Thank you. He got dressed up especially for you. Because he never dressed up.
No, he
You
didn't.
understand?
No,
And
absolutely.
He's telling me, my daughter used to want to dress me all the time and make me dress up nicely, and he wants me, you to be very proud of him because he's dressed up nice today, and he has like a matching gray jacket and like, looks like a burgundy type of thing, not different, darker than mine, but different. And gray, looks gray suit, and it fits him. He said it fits him because he could never wear clothes that fit him.
Exactly.
He said it fits him. That's very important. You understand that it fits him this time. Emphasizing that, okay? The boys don't understand me like you do. The brothers don't understand me like you do. Who is drawing something recently, or going to art, or wanting to do something with art? Like drawing, I can say drawing flowers, okay? And not just this little girl in the family?
My niece, Sarah, loves to draw flowers and butterflies.
Well, that's your brother's daughter or your sister's daughter?
My sister's.
Okay. Is there also another sister too?
Just one sister.
Okay, one sister. So 2 girls, 2 boys.
Yes.
So there are 2 of you, 2 girls and 2 boys. Okay. Would you please ask your sister about her girl drawing these little flowers?
Yes.
And I will also, your father is saying that there's a drawing of hers on the refrigerator of crayons. And it looks like flowers. And he's telling me that. I also want to tell you that the star she just recently got, you know about that? There was some kind of a star he's talking about?
And my middle name is Star.
Okay. We're showing me a
They
star
love stars.
and talking about the star. So star for you, but also star for the young girl, okay? Because there's a star she has in her room or something. It's a star, okay?
They're all over the place.
Okay, well, it's regarding, but it's, okay. And yours too? The
Yes.
stars in your house, the stars or something? Okay, well, whatever it means, it's for you. The star thing, okay? There's a very connection. Okay.
Absolutely.
When you smell smoke, know it's him, because I see cigarettes, and that's how you would know him. And I know you've smelt the smoke, because it's him coming around you, okay? I'll leave you with that. God bless
Thank you
you.
very much.
Who died as an alcoholic?
Okay, Amanda, James connected to your father in this reading. According to James, he wanted to say thank you for taking care of him. Do you know what he meant by that?
Yeah, when he was sick, I was able to take care of him during the day while my mom had to work. And a lot of people kind of gave him a hard time for you know, having drank all the years, and then it eventually took his life. And I really never judged him for that.
Who in the family had a dream about it or a fantasy about it, or was him, about being a baseball player?
What was the reference to the baseball player? Who wanted to be a
Wow, that
baseball
was
player?
amazing. He did, and then he had gotten himself into some trouble, and his dream was gone, but he had 2 sons, and he had hoped that one of them would, and my brother currently is pursuing, trying to do that. Hopefully he'll get back into it more than he
You said
had
that
been.
was amazing.
It was, because my dad, he had always talked about wanting to do that, and he messed up and hoping that my brother would. And my brother, in fact, has dropped it within the last year, but I think after this he'll want to get back involved in it.
I keep on seeing drawing flowers.
He talked about drawings and flowers.
Yes, the one that called him Papa is the one that draws flowers. She sings to him all the time, and she still very much has him in her heart.
There was some kind of a star.
My middle name is Star, and he was talking about one of my nieces with the flowers, and that the other one is really collects stars. That's the older one. And so when he was talking about the one and brought in the other of his granddaughters, I knew that that's, besides that it's my middle name.
You didn't even
So-
plan on coming here today.
No, I was asked last night and made arrangements to take off work, had to juggle the 2 granddaughters of his around, and I made it happen, and I'm thankful for my neighbor for asking me to come.
And here you are.
And he thanked her too, so that was amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Still to come, her brother was murdered and his ex-girlfriend was part of the scheme.
They snuck up on the front porch and shot him in the back through the window.
Now he's going to ask his sister to do something she may not be willing to do. Plus, is her life cursed?
Because I see like, bang.
Yeah, it was a car accident.
She needs her dead husband and daughter to tell her what to do. Next, on Beyond.
Missy had it all, a devoted husband and 2 beautiful little girls. Then her worst nightmare came true. Missy lost her daughter Kelsey to a brain tumor and her husband Todd to an unexplained car accident. Now raising Courtney alone, Missy hopes to contact the husband and child she lost so quickly.
Hi, Missy. Nice to meet you. I'm James.
Nice to meet you
Nice
also.
to meet you. I know you lost your husband and your daughter, is that right? Okay. So I'll try to help you with what I can, all right? First, I'm going to tell you that you did not come here alone. Your husband's been with you the whole day. You've been here. I don't know who Petey or Peter is, but there's a friend named Peter or Pete, someone named Peter or Petey. Okay, he's mentioning. Keep that. Do you own a whistle of his? Or do you have a whistle? Or was there a certain whistle he would whistle and you knew it was him? Okay.
I was sitting, waiting to come on, and I did his whistle in my head and said, "Come on, it's my turn."
Okay.
So,
Well, he's talking about the whistle he
Wow.
had. Just as you know, that's him, validation, okay? He has a little girl with you as well. He has her here. Did they die together, by the way?
No.
Or they were separate? Okay. Who was in a hospital, by the way?
Kelsey.
The daughter was? Okay. I also want to tell you that I'm seeing something to do with blood here. So when I see blood, there's something that affects her blood or something with the blood
Right.
cells, okay? I don't know if it's leukemia or whatever it is, but it's blood, something to do with blood, okay?
She died from, it was a terrible infection.
Okay, but it's something to do with the blood or the infection goes into the bloodstream because I see blood
Yes, that's right.
cells. I see the blood cells being affected. That's what I see in my head. And did her daddy carry her
Yeah,
and to the hospital? Because he's showing me carrying her like this, and I don't know if she's sleeping, but he's carrying her, and it's either into the hospital or out of the hospital. I'm not sure, but it's the hospital setting, and I see him carrying her, and her head's back like that. Okay.
the day she died, she was in coma, and he had to carry her into the hospital.
Okay. He's right here. He didn't believe in this. Did not believe in this sort of thing at all.
Absolutely not.
And he said, "I do now." He does now.
I'm
I
glad.
love when that happens. I
Yeah,
love when that
I'm
happens.
glad.
Yeah. There's an anniversary around the time of his death. So I know it was a wedding anniversary or there was a wedding.
We were at a wedding. He left a wedding reception, and that's when it happened.
Thank you. Okay. Just as validation because I see the wedding. All right. Was this a sort of an accident, by the way, too? Like car accident?
Yeah, it was a car accident. We were at a wedding reception together, and he left and got in a
Okay.
car accident.
Okay, because I see like, bang. There was no lingering, my friend. He's gone. You know, once he makes up his mind to do something, he does it. There's also like a Joseph in the family, or a Joe. What's that?
My daughter's name is Kelsey
Josie.
Jo, and when I talk to her, I call her JoJo.
Oh, well,
and I
that's-
asked her today to come through with that for you.
There you go. Well, there you go. Just, okay. There's your validation. Is there also another child, by the way?
Living.
Like a son or something with him, or another daughter?
My daughter.
Okay, but it's older than the one that died,
No,
right?
younger.
Oh, she's younger. She's still alive.
Right.
How
so
old is she?
My daughter now is almost 11.
But I'm telling you, the 11-year-old is definitely in touch with them, these two. I swear to you. Okay. I'm gonna
She
leave-
wouldn't say so.
Oh, yeah, well, they will. They are. Okay. I'm going to leave you with that, okay?
Okay.
All right, sweetie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Do you own a whistle of his?
You had a huge laugh in the reading when James talked about the whistle.
He would put both of his index fingers in his mouth, and it was, if you were whistling at a pretty girl, it was the first half of it. And if I was, you know, far away or backing out of my driveway and he wanted my attention, he would do that. It was very high-pitched. And I was waiting for my turn for a reading, and I knew that my turn was coming up, and I did that in my head, and I said, come on, we're up.
He didn't believe in this, did not believe in this sort of thing at all.
I went to one before he had died, and he thought that I was crazy.
You went to another psychic,
Yeah, before my husband died.
and your husband's reaction was what?
That it was ridiculous that I would spend money on anything like that.
Or there was a wedding.
We were at a wedding. We were at, it was a distant relative's wedding. And we were at the reception and together, and he left to get a pack of cigarettes. And he never came back. He had gotten in a car wreck and died. And it took about 2 hours for me to find out. I kept wondering where he was at.
There's also like a Joseph in the family, or Joe.
Kelsey Jo, my daughter. And still when I talk to her, and people that are grieving may understand this, I call her JoJo. It was a definite validation that they both came through today.
So as far as you're concerned, you definitely had a connection.
Oh,
James
absolutely.
connected. So do you feel like you have some closure?
I feel better. I feel like they're with me, and that that I can go on. I don't think there's ever closure. I think you just learn to cope. I think anyone going through grief, it's not something that goes away. It's something you just learn to live with, and that's what I'm trying to do. And hopefully this process will help with that.
I think it will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
A murdered son reveals a secret his own mother didn't know.
It blew me away because I didn't know anything about the baby.
Coming up next on Beyond.
Our next guest believes her brother is dead today simply because he dated the wrong woman. She says she never dreamed his ex-girlfriend would later become an accomplice to his murder. What you're about to see was taped before the show. No one in our studio, including James, has seen it. Here is Julie's story.
His ex-girlfriend he'd only known for a couple months decided things weren't working out and he was going to ask her to move out. She got very violent, things got bad, and she went ahead and moved out and met up with two guys she'd only known for 2 weeks and talked them into killing him. January 6th, they snuck up on the front porch while he was fixing dinner and shot him in the back, and I just really miss him. I feel totally alone.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you? You're Mary?
Yes, I
Hi,
am.
Mary. James, nice to meet you. And you're Julie?
Yes.
Okay. I know you're trying to reach your brother, and it was your son who was murdered?
Yes.
And we're trying to make contact with him, today?
Yes.
So I'll do the best I can do and hopefully help you. As I tune into you, I'm going to have you relax more because you're very nervous. Just take a deep breath. There's a man standing here who's a father figure with you, who's connected with you, okay? As your father, I'm going to tell you that. He wants to thank you for taking care of your mother because you recently moved her somewhere. We'll put her in a new place, okay? We gave her something new he's talking about. Is she being taken care of?
She lives by herself.
Okay. Is there someone going to come in and look at her? Did you just talk to someone about going in and watching her or taking care of her?
I check on her frequently.
Okay, well then, thank you for doing that. But it's just, he's also talking to me about someone else coming in there that's new.
My nephew.
Okay, that's just started doing that or something.
And he's been there. He's been checking on her for several years.
Okay, well, there's someone new. It's a woman who comes in, is going to be checking on her. If it's a neighbor that comes in,
Maybe a friend of hers stops by.
but he's talking to me
frequently.
about that. He's also talking to me about a chair, like a rocking type of chair. Okay, so I don't know if there was a rocking type of chair. Hold on. And he's also talking to me about a porch. And I want to go back to where you grew up.
Okay.
Okay, you understand this?
Uh-huh.
He's talking about this rocking chair and like a porch. And this is what he's showing me, okay? Your son is here with him. He's right here, right now. Your brother wants to thank you for helping him. He was killed. I know he was killed. And do they also have the person that did this?
Yes. There was 3.
Because there was, he keeps on talking about torture here.
Torture.
Torture.
They talked about torturing him.
Okay. I don't know if he was married once.
Yes.
Understand that? And then that didn't work out?
Yes.
Okay. And is there a kid by that relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Because I want to give, is it a boy that he
Yes.
had? Okay. Because I want to, he's worried about his son.
Yes.
Worried about his son. What's going on here? And he wants you to thank you for helping out as much as you can. And it's hard for you because the girl doesn't like you, or that sister-in-law. I don't know if there's a problem with the sister-in-law or something, but the boy needs your help. Please let him know you're there for him because he thinks he's alone.
Okay.
Yes, he
All right.
does.
He was shot. He's
Yes.
talking about being shot. I don't mean to be graphic here, but were there 3
Yes.
bullets? Okay.
Oh, 3 bullets?
Or 3 shots
No.
fired? He says there were 3 shots.
There was?
Bang, bang, bang.
There was no evidence found of it.
I know 1 hit him, but 2 maybe missed, but I'm seeing 3. Ding, ding, ding. Who dealt drugs? I think friends of his dealt drugs. Someone dealing drugs.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. Just validation. I'm not going to go
Yes.
into it heavily as long as you know what this means. He's talking to me about going to bonfires or having a big bonfire.
Yes.
You understand this?
Yes.
Good. I'm going to tell you there's one more thing here. I don't know if your brother had another baby
Yes.
after the boy. There's another one
Yes.
after that. But he keeps on saying, I'm still the father. I'm still the father. I'm still the father. I think there are 2 women or 2 mothers or whatever here.
Yes.
Okay? But he's talking about that. He's very depressed. He's a person, by the way, I'm telling you right now, he was killed, but I'll tell you something, he thought about suicide also.
Yes.
Yes.
But he's gotten help now,
Good.
okay? All right. I hope that helps you.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Thank you. He was shot. He's
Yes.
talking about being shot.
Now, how did Kyle die? Can you tell us
Gunshot
about
to the
that?
back. He was fixing dinner, and they snuck up on the front porch and shot him in the back through the window. He didn't even see it coming.
He's not talking about torture here.
James also mentioned something about torture. Does that mean anything to either one of you?
The 3 people that killed him talked about torturing him first before they decided to kill him. They talked about just torturing him and make him suffer.
He's talking to me about going to bonfires.
Every year at Halloween, I have a Halloween party, and we have a huge bonfire. Sometimes it gets a little out of control. But also one of the friends that was there that night brought a lot of brush for him to have a bonfire at his place.
But I'll tell you something, he thought about suicide also.
We knew he had threatened suicide several times, and he was in therapy because of that and his alcohol problem.
James talked about a second child.
I don't know if your brother had another baby.
Yes, not very many people knew about the baby. It was conceived after his son was probably around 12, and then it never went full term. It was miscarried about 3 or 4 months old.
Now, Mary, you had a totally blank look on your face when James talked about it.
It blew me away because I didn't know anything about the baby.
So you're hearing about this for the first time on the show?
Yes.
Julie was the only one that knew about it.
How do you feel about that? How
Flabbergasted.
do you feel about that?
Well, I've known about it for
She
a
was
while,
hoping it
but I
wouldn't
was.
come out.
But it's fine.
He's worried about his son.
And James said for me that Kyle wants me to continue helping him and stay in contact with him because he
And you
does feel
will?
alone. Yes, I will.
Okay.
I've already
that's
told him
good.
he could move in if he wanted to.
Oh, I bet he will.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you.
Thank
you very
you.
much for being here.
Thank you.
If you'd like to be part of the Beyond Show audience and have a chance for a reading with James, call our toll-free number, 1-866-88-JAMES, or go to our website at thebeyondshow.com.